Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. So for today's video, I'm just gonna sit down and do my makeup, but today I wanted to do a green eye look. I'm wearing this little cute green dress that I bought from Walmart. So I thought I'd use this Kara Beauty palette today because I did want to jump into some of the other colors. So I'm gonna use like these 4 colors right here just to create an eye look. So yeah, just something really simple and fun today. So if you want to see how this eye look turns out, just keep watching. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so I already did my eyebrows. If you want to know what I use, I just use this little Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. I really love this. And then I just use some of this e.l.f. Brow gel. It has like the brown lash on each side. I usually never liked this, but I've been loving it recently, so I use it like every day. So to prime my eyelids, I'm going to use the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer. This is really dirty. I don't know why it's so dirty. And I'm just going to put this on my eyelids because we're going to use this as a primer. And I'm going to blend it out with my beauty sponge. I love this sponge. I think this is an e.l.f. one. It's from the e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. I love this. The only thing I'm going to need from another palette is just a plain nude eyeshadow, just because I like to set my eyeshadow first. So I'm just going to use that color and pat this all over my eyes. Alright, so now I'm going to jump into the palette, and I'm going to do like a half cut crease. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to start out with the shade. I can't read what shade name that is, but I'm going to start with this shade right here. So I'm going to take a little small fluffy brush, dip in there, and apply this on the crease and on the outer corner, and just blend that out until you get the desired amount you want. Alright, so now that I have that green on there, I'm going to take a little bit of a more precise brush. I'm actually going to take, well, this is pretty big. I don't want that one. I'm going to take this brush. This is a e.l.f. blending brush, but it's a little bit smaller than the other one. And I'm going to take this shade Olive Green right here. Pack this on the outer corner and then just deepen up my crease. So I'm going to pack it right here and then basically just smudge it all into my crease and blend it out. Alright, now I'm going to use that same brush. Use that same brush that I used to apply the dark green, and just go back with the lighter green right here and just make it a little bit more blended. And just for like a little bit of a more fun thing to do, I'm actually going to take this color First Look. It's a yellow color, and I'm kind of going to stick that a little bit above the green just to give us a little bit more, you know, color. Just make it look a little bit more like a lemon lime effect. That's really cute. Okay, so we're going to stop with that for right now, and now I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm going to skip through this really fast just because I've done it all on my channel, but if you want to know how to cut your crease like in full depth, I do have a video of that on my channel, but I'm just going to skip through this really fast. Alright, so now that that cut crease is done, I only did half of it, but the first shade I'm going to go into for applying, I'm going to use this shade Obsessed. It's a little bit of a lighter green shimmer, and I'm going to pack that on the first part of the cut crease. See how pigmented it is with just the brush. Oh my gosh, that is really, really beautiful. Definitely do not need to spray for this shimmer. Alright, and so for the second shade, I'm going to go into this Soleil. I think it's a little bit more on the bluer side, but I do see like a hint of green. So I'm going to use this color right there, and hopefully it matches. So I'm hoping it matches. I feel like it's a little bit, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. This color's the same. You don't really need to spray your brush because it's pretty pigmented on its own. All right, now that I have those two shimmers on there, they're not as blended as I want them, so I'm just gonna take this brush, and all you do to blend them is just pat them together, and it will eventually blend all together. And if you want a little bit more of the lighter green, you can take the lighter green and pat it over, because I really like that green. And then for the last part, we're gonna go back into that really dense brush that we used for the dark green. Go back into that dark green and blend it over into the shimmer. There's something about right here. It looks pretty patchy. I don't know why. I want to fix it. There we go. Just gonna go a little bit. I think that's a little bit better, but here is the finished look for my eyes. I'm really, really loving all the green colors. I don't think I've done a pretty intense green color on my channel, so I'm excited that we got to do that today. Now we're gonna move on to the face products. I'm first gonna prime with this Becca First Light priming filter. I've used this a couple times on my, or maybe once on my channel, I don't know, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm gonna see how it does today. So lately the only foundation that's been dark enough for me, I think I mentioned this in my last video, is the Smashbox Studio Primer, but this is a really nice primer. It's very hydrating on the skin, so you have dry skin, this is definitely a good higher end foundation. I really, really like it, so I'm just gonna pat some. I only do about 1 palm because I'm like, now I just like a little bit of a more natural look, and if I want a little bit more coverage, I'll go in with a little bit of concealer, but I'm just gonna pat that in with my beauty sponge. And it just gives enough coverage to, you know, cover some of my unevenness. For my under eyes, I'm going to use the same concealer, the LA Girl one. Hopefully this isn't too light, but I'm trying that trick where you just do it like right there and like there. They say it's a lot better, so let's try. This concealer, if you do buy it, it's really good. It has a lot of good coverage, but it does dry pretty fast. So like it's almost already dry. You have to kind of work kind of quick with this. So right now I want to set my under eyes just so they don't crease that much. So today I'm just going to use my Essence Bright Up Banana Powder. This is supposed to be translucent and it's really, really affordable. So I'm going to use this. I like to use this very packed brush. And all I'm going to do is set underneath my eyes. That's all I'm going to set. Because I am going to go in with cream bronzer and cream blush. For cream bronzer, I'm just going to use this Estee Lauder Day Wear BB cream. I've used this before and it's really good. So, but it's like a BB cream for somebody who has a little bit more color than me. And I love using my Real Techniques brush. So I just place it on the back of my hand and rub it around, and then I go in wherever I need to cream contour, and it's like a really good shade. And if I got a little bit too much on there, I'll take another little brush that I use for creams and just blend it in, because sometimes I get a little heavy-handed and it does not look cute. So let's blend it out a little bit. We're gonna go in with cream blush, which I've been loving my Milani Cheek Kiss one. I like how dark and like, I'm trying to just put it on the high rises of my cheeks because I feel like that gives us a more lifted look. You've probably seen that like everywhere, so I just like almost put my eye out. So I'm trying to do what they're doing, you know, keeping up with the stuff. And put some on my nose because I like that, and on my chin. It's really cute. I'll go in a little, blend this out a little bit more because I always get heavy-handed right here, then it looks really weird. So I'm actually gonna use this little Benefit pressed powder. It's in the shade 5, the Velvet Powder Foundation. I got it in a little sample, but I like using this one to set the rest of my face because the rest of my face is a lot darker now, and when I use just a translucent one, it's been making my face really light. So I'll just go over and stamp all of this in to get it all set because I am going to put a little bit more powder products on top of it just for a little bit more coverage. Now for bronzer, I'm going to use my LA Colors bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. This is a e.l.f. highlighting brush, but it's really good for just getting in this area right here to bronze it up a little bit. I'll just literally like swoosh my brush around in this little BH palette because all the colors are so pretty, and I'll just literally place this like we do normally on the highlights of our cheekbones. And this stuff's really pigmented, so if you get it, be very careful with how much you put because it gets really pigmented. Like look, it already applied so much product on my face. Now I'll apply what's ever left on my nose and on my chin because I love blush. And then for highlight today, I'm actually going to use the Wet n Wild Makeup highlighting powder. This is in the shade Precious Petal. These have been around for a really long time and they're so good. I absolutely love them. So I take this little Zoeva brush that I got from TJ Maxx. This is a powder brush, but I like it for my highlight. Now that we're going to go back to this palette, and I'm honestly just going to use the darker green to put underneath on my lash line. So I'm going to do that. Alright, now I'm going to set my face. And I'm going to use just this. This is from the Dollar Tree, this facial mist. I really love this, and it has like a pretty good mister. So I'm going to use this to set my face. I hate when I get the hair stuck in my foundation. We just have to let it sit and dry, and then we can mess with our face. I like to dry a little bit of it right now, and then once half of it's kind of dry, I like to start doing my mascara. So for mascara today, I'm going to use the Voluminous, I don't know how to talk, Lash Paradise Mascara. This is a dupe to me for like the Better Than Sex and the Stila one. But first I'm going to prime my eyelashes with that lash primer from e.l.f. And I'm going to go in with this. I'm telling you, my lashes probably take the longest time because I'm so particular about them. I need to hurry it up. For today's lip combo, I'm going to use this Hard Candy Velvet Mousse lip liner. I don't know what the shade is, but it does look like this, just a simple lip liner. And I'm going to use this Tarte H2O gloss that I got from my friend. This is Hang 10. And so I'm just going to literally just line my lips and then just put the gloss over. I want to put on that lip liner. I mean, I just did that lip gloss. And there is my lips. Hopefully they don't look too bad being overlined. I don't know if you can tell or not. Anyway, there are my lips. Alright guys, and that is it for this video. I hope you guys like this makeup look. I love it. I haven't done like a full green eyeshadow look before, and I feel like my skin came out really glowy and nice, and I really love all these products. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!